The Pacific Ocean is the largest of our planet. It reaches 180 million square meters, which represents half of all the ocean's surface area and 1/3 of the globe. Oceanians master sailboats, pirogues, and catamarans that have the characteristic of sailing into the wind. This technical advantage is a key compared to Occidental sailboats, which could only upwind sail, and allows them to explore the sea with efficiency and consistency. They left from an island, tacking rapidly to face the wind along hundreds of miles. Thereby, Oceanians discovered one by one all Pacific atolls, sailing into the wind and guiding by the stars. They settled and developed an original culture on each island. This way, Polynesians arrived on the island of Raiatea. Formerly named Hawaii, Raiatea is known as the God's Cradle and shelters spectacular archaeological treasures. Tapu Tapuatea was the place dedicated to the inaugural ceremony and international meetings. This area was taboo as a center of religious and political power of the entire Polynesian region. It's natural that every year, Raiatea welcomes the attractive regatta of Polynesia, the Tahiti Pearl Regatta.
Chaque année, il y a toujours quelque chose de nouveau et aujourd'hui, cette année, parce que c'est férié, il y a vraiment du monde. Il y a encore d'autres équipages qui se sont inscrits, d'autres pays, donc c'est l'objectif. Et la commune de Toura sera toujours là pour accueillir la Tpr En pour le développement de notre pays, pour le développement de notre île et pour le développement de notre commune.
La 16e édition de la Tpr Regatta, actuellement sur le village de la course qui vient juste d'être ouvert au public et aux concurrents pour la partie inscription et au public pour toutes les animations et les rencontres avec les artisans locaux qui sont là pour accueillir tout le monde et montrer leur richesse culturelle et locale.
Et voilà, mesdames et messieurs, le village est ouvert. Et bienvenue à cette 16e édition du Tpr En.
Like every year, volunteers were expected after the inaugural ceremony to lend a helping hand to clean the harbor. This intervention, led with the help of expert divers from the island, aimed to pull up the surface rubbishes thrown into the water. Several rusted trolleys, tires, cans, and numerous rubbishes were pulled out this year. This was also the occasion to let young middle school students from the island to discover the sailing world. People board on catamarans and they go for a drive on the lagoon. The Tahiti Pearl Regatta is also a citizenship mind, values, and an invitation to respect the nature and the beautiful landscapes of Pacific Islands.
Et on a donc David Moutou, président de la Fédération tahitienne de voile. Donc cette année, pour cette 16e édition, on a relevé le niveau technique puisqu'on a fait venir des juges internationaux donc, de Nouvelle-Zélande et de France, de la Fédération française de voile. Donc je suis aussi le skipper de Poenui, qui est un monocoque de 12,8 m. Donc un équipage mixte, puisque c'est à l'heure du jour la parité entre hommes et femmes. Donc 3 filles et 4 garçons. Et donc on se prépare comme tout le monde à cette épreuve magnifique avec du beau temps et du beau monde.
The time is at hand for preparing. People fix the last race numbers, they prepare the barrels, they talk strategy. This afternoon, the crews will be able to settle in upon the training regatta, a 7 nautical mile race circuit in the Grand Bank between Raiatea and Taha. The occasion for new entrants to learn more about the subtleties of lagoon sailing and hone their skills before the first stage are scheduled for tomorrow. After 2 days of entertainment in Uturoa, the Tahiti Pearl Regatta officially starts this morning. 53 crews from every corner of the world are on the starting line for 6 race stages, a record level of participation for this regatta that celebrates its 16-year anniversary. The TPR thereby records its highest participation level since the creation in 2004 and a high number of foreign boats, a diversity that gives authenticity to this Pacific regatta. The first race finally starts under a beautiful sun and 8 wind knots. We cannot dream about better weather conditions to start this regatta. We start with the Banana, a small race of 7 nautical miles between the dock and Varahis Bay. Taking advantage of good weather conditions, the winner completed this stage in 44 minutes and the last one in 1 hour and 44 minutes. We already notice a significant time gap because on the lagoon, the fastest are often the smallest. Up at the front, the Tahitians Didier Arnold, Vincent Goya, and Cesar Villa won the first place among the multi-hulls. Among the mono-hull one, this is the local speedfit Niva that was able to play his cards beautifully, whereas the Omega 34 Windfall dominated in the second division. And the starting point of the rallying race is launched. We don't mess anymore. This is the second stage, a crossing between Raiatea and Huahine of 23 nautical miles. With a permanent northeast wind of more than 11 knots, boats sail towards the channel of Tiva Piti. We had the opportunity to attend a great ranking change at the exit of the channel because several crews, to which the DM-24 from San Francisco's Silicon Tourist was shielded from the wind by the atoll and was nearly immobilized, pushed by the inward sea current into the channel. We are into the open ocean. This is the first sailing, the first crossing. We leave Raiatea to reach Huahine, and already we realize that above each boat's performance, team building, and the leadership of the skipper make all the difference. We notice very quickly that some crews are really united, efficient, and well prepared for this. We see that almost every crew opted for the same option, heading to Huahine on one tack. And it took less than 3 hours for the first competitors to reach the channel of Fiti'i and enter into the lagoon of Huahine. The crew of DM-24 arrives once again at the top of the multi-hulls rank. The team SCEAP confirmed its leadership at the provisional overall ranking after 2 races in front of Air Tahini Nui. Salika arrives at the 3rd position, a nice score for this cosmopolitan crew that includes French, Russians, and Italians.
Зовут меня Сергей, фамилия Кишилов. Плаваю на катамаране Селика, 65 футов, уже много лет. И вот решили принять участие в регате Tahiti Pearl регата в этом году. Прекрасно. Погода была прекрасная, хотя можно было бы иметь немножко больше ветра. Но все замечательно. Природа, ветер. Может быть, недостаточно, но прекрасно. И в таких безлюдных местах очень редко, когда можно иметь возможность поучаствовать в регатах.
Among the sailing pirogues, the Tai Teramattai Va'a dominated in front of the Halupuni Tamari I Moana and the Hokuloa. Finally, in the cruising category, the Sea Shepherd's crew led ahead the Seaside and the Nasira.
Bravo à tous, parce que c'était pas évident avec le courant qui nous emmenait sur la ligne, qui nous faisait monter, c'était pas évident. Et puis après, on a fait des belles manœuvres. Les bateaux plus rapides nous ont passé, on va dire normalement, mais on n'a pas trop perdu de temps.
A very great race day that closes here on the island Huahine. Often called the secret island or the authentic island, Huahine is a subtle mix of typical Polynesian landscapes, life, and atmosphere. Here, it feels like the time slows down. Tonight, the 300 sailors of the Tpr are expected on Fairs Beach for a Polynesian reception. Ma'a Tahiti, local dances, and the famous Polynesian costume contest were waiting for them. Sun is rising, and Huahine is waking up peacefully. In the mildness of the morning, the organizing committee is already on the water for the traditional bread delivery. More than a tradition, this sharing mind is the strongest value of the Tahiti Pearl Regatta. We are delivering bread to every sailor between each race for 16 years.
Du pain, ramassage des poubelles en fait, tous les équipiers. Et je sais pas s'il y a beaucoup de monde réveillé encore. Ouais. 2 baguettes par bateau. Sauf après s'il y a des gros équipages, on s'adapte.
Today, we start directly by crossing the oceans toward Taha'a. The motivation is at its maximum. Every crew is in the starting blocks. The tension is at its utmost, but the wind is missing. It's in this configuration without wind that strategy and skills take on their full meaning. The race has definitely started. All the crews are maneuvering. Sailboats slalom between each other without touching. We can really feel the skipper's pressure because the first skipper to move off Huahine shores will be the first to catch the onshore wind. That's it. The wind is finally here. sailors can open the spinnaker and let themselves be driven by the downward wind towards the island of Taha'a. We move away from Huahine's dreariness and we can observe in the distance the sun shining on Taha'a. The crews already know that their reward is over there, the most beautiful lagoon of Taha'a with a finish line between two atolls of the channel.
Well, we had a very quiet start today. Very little wind at all. Lots of boats trying to get close to the committee boat. But we finally cleared away from them and found some fresh breeze and put our spinnaker up. And we kept our spinnaker up the whole way on one tack until we crossed the finish line.
Just say when you want to break from it. Big trim. Keep going.
After 4 races, the provisional overall ranking put Roland Marty from the Windfall at the first place of the monohulls' second division. Among the multi-hulls, the DM24 of Tpr En still get the top of the podium. Tiva Veronique wins the first place of the sailing pirogue category. Among the monohulls' first division is Jean-Cyril Dubois on the Pepe Fevril, who takes the lead. To be noted is a great third place for Are Aurea under the control of Jean-Pierre Basset.
J'ai 6 équipiers avec moi à bord, 6 équipiers particulièrement fidèles depuis le début. Il faut un peu ça pour me supporter d'ailleurs, paraît-il. Et bien, la stratégie aujourd'hui, c'était de ne pas faire la route complètement directe, c'était de chercher du vent et fabriquer du vent apparent, ce qui n'est pas toujours très facile quand la mer est formée comme elle l'était aujourd'hui, encore très houleuse, où on accélère sur les sommets et on ralentit dans le bas de la vague.
Tomorrow is another day. There'll be a bit more breeze tomorrow. It'll be, I think, more work tomorrow. And I think we'll be pretty tired by the time we finish tomorrow's racing. It's going to be pretty challenging conditions tomorrow.
The night is falling on Taha'a, and tonight we celebrate once again. We can see TPR's stars. That's how we call all those lights at the top of the sailboat's mast that look like they really were challenging the sky's stars. According to a Polynesian legend, 2 kids fled to the sky using a giant kite. Those kids turned into stars, the stars that form the constellation of Maui's Hook. You know, they are the ones in a kite shape. That is the legend of Piparima, and it's the theme of this 16th edition of the Tahiti Pearl Regatta. This is the last day, the grand finale. Today, we tackled to the banana between Raiatea and Taha'a, but also the Pearl Race, the big circuit around Taha'a that all the sailors are waiting with impatience. The best race of this adventure, a rotation inside the lagoon, is a very technical stage with a wind that doesn't stop changing its direction.
Je m'attendais à naviguer dans des lagons, à de l'eau bleue, etc. Mais c'était à peu près tout, quoi. La carte postale qu'on peut imaginer de Tahiti. Et en fait, la course, pour l'instant, elle est juste magique parce qu'on navigue entre des îles qui sont assez éloignées. Donc on passe du lagon au large avec des couleurs incroyables. Et puis on a eu la chance de naviguer avec des conditions météo superbes. Donc, ce qui a donné des régates assez enlevées. Donc ça crée aussi un jeu intéressant.
Small race boats like DM24 of Air Tahiti Nui are widening the gap and go away from the group. We remind that during the Tahiti Pearl Regatta, we compete on correction time. a time disadvantage is attributed to potential fastest boats. This makes the challenge bigger and even more interesting because in every category, we run after each second. Among the multi-hulls, the DM24 from the team SCEAP was beaten by the Air Tahiti Nui's DM, the Rum Armel Tripon's race champion.
Ouais, complètement. Il y a un vrai, en tout cas nous dans notre catégorie en Diam 24 et en multicoque, il y a une vraie compétition, un vrai match avec deux autres bateaux, donc on est 3 à bagarrer. Et donc il y a un enjeu sportif qui est certain et on sent que tout le monde prend ça au sérieux.
Pour nous améliorer, ah oui, c'est sûr qu'il faut qu'on améliore notre classement, ça c'est certain. Hein. Si on veut faire quelque chose d'un peu plus brillant, il faut qu'on améliore un peu notre classement, mais on a des adversaires qui sont redoutables et on aura probablement de la peine à battre les deux qui sont devant nous.
Thanks to the partnership with the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, the winner of this year will compete in Auckland. And we will welcome here in Polynesia the winner from the Jack Tar Regatta. In First Division, the Ararea of Jean-Pierre Basse, a TPR regular, took up the victory again. He lets in his wake the Pepe Farewell of Jean-Cyril Dubois. In Second Division, no suspense, Roland Marty and his Omega 34 Windfall overfly the race with 4 rounds in the leading position. In the Va'atai category, inaugurated this year, Tiva Veronique and its paddlers from the Moana Explorer has dominated the ranking in front of the Viper Va'a of Alex Palou. In the cruising category, the German boat of the Rally World Arc Nika took first place, in front of the local crews Sea Shepherd and Asira.
Alors malheureusement, je vais devoir quitter ce petit paradis pour continuer la construction de l'IMOCA, qui est un projet assez ambitieux pour participer au prochain Vendée Globe, donc en novembre 2020, avec un bateau neuf. Donc, ce sera mon premier bateau neuf, ma carrière de coureur au large, donc c'est un moment assez sympa aussi. Et voilà, pour un gros challenge qui est le tour du monde en solitaire.
That is, people come here at the Tahiti Pearl Regatta for the racing, the competitive mind. They come here to reach the performance and catch the timer. But people also come for cruising, discovering Polynesian islands, visiting Raiatea, Wahine, and Taha'a. They come here to meet people and live their own culture. But people also come here for the celebration, the atmosphere. They come here for the unique mind that the organizers try to nurture each year. That's why people come to the Tahiti Pearl Regatta every year, here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, the largest of our planets.